Cultural relativism and ethnocentrism. Each of us have different physical characteristics, behavioral patterns, languages, cultural patterns, and environmental conditions, although we all belong to one species. Human beings are social beings. Living together in one community, we had formed common habits and behaviors. As each human group experiences different environmental conditions, cultural variations are established. Cultural variation refers to the rich diversity in social patterns that different human groups exhibit around the world. Music, dance, languages, cuisine, and art are different from one culture to another. What may be considered good practice in one culture may be considered bad practice in one another. For example, in Japan people greet each other with a bow, while in Western countries like USA people greet each other with a handshake. For Muslims, serving pork in their meals is forbidden because it says in their Holy Quran, while for Christian community pork is a part of their meal. Ethnocentrism is the regard that one's own culture and society is the center of everything and seen as the most efficient and superior among the cultures in the world. An ethnocentric person feels that his or her own culture is correct and appropriate as compared to other cultures. This idea can lead to misunderstanding and conflict between societies. Racism exists because of this idea. Ethnocentrism can be so strong, but when confronted with all of the differences of a new culture, one may experience culture shock. Culture shock is the feeling of disoriented, uncertain, out of place, or even fearful when immersed in an unfamiliar culture. This is usually experienced by people who are traveling to a new place and aren't expecting cultural differences, or they simply don't the culture in that particular place. On the other hand, cultural relativism is the practice by assessing a culture by its own standards rather than viewing it through the lens of one's own culture. It is the practice that one must understood in the context of their locality. In this way, members of the society understand and respect different attitudes and practices of other culture. Practicing cultural relativism requires an open mind and a willingness to consider, and even adapt to, new values and norms. Advantages of cultural relativism. 1. It promotes cooperation. Embracing the differences of the different society can create cooperation because it allows a stronger bond with one another in the society. 2. It encourages respect and equality. People from different culture with different ideas that share their own perspectives and experiences in the society can promote respect and equality. 3. It preserves human cultures. Respect with the diverse set of traditions, ideas, and practices would help preserve the culture. 4. It creates a society without judgment. Worrying and practicing your own culture prevent disagreement and judgment in the society.